And I'm Sue.
And we're the gorgeous, brilliant females.
Well, hello. Welcome to another edition of Gorgeous, Brilliant Females. And today we have with us comedian extraordinaire Lawrence Owens. Well, boys and girls, here we are with Lawrence, the most funniest comedian I have heard in a long time. Lawrence, got a few questions for you today.
Yes, ma'am.
First out the gate is
Nope.
right.
Here we go.
Oh.
There we go. How did you get started in this line of work? I'm sure you were the class clown in high school.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And elementary. Absolutely. And at birth. So tell us how you got started in this.
Since you already know the damn answers, but yeah, I was always that. It just came easy to me. I don't know, it just came easy. Then once I realized I could use it to get out of situations, I just kept doing it.
Oh.
Just kept doing it, and then to the point it was like it became a part of me. So, but the tough thing about it in school is always the teachers, the grade ahead that was looking for me. That's what I had to try to get a whole little game plan. I couldn't come with the same material, you know.
I believe that.
You're going from the fourth grade when you like glue a pencil to the desk. You can't do that in fifth grade.
Right.
It's so fourth grade. You got to step it up.
Yeah, you got levels. There's levels to this.
There's levels to it, but that's pretty much what it was.
So tell me, it's odd, and most parents discourage their children being the class clowns. So were your parents supportive of your art?
No, hell no. One thing I will say this about my mother. She knew the type of class clown I was. I was the witty, sarcastic, verbal. I didn't do the practical jokes. She know that.
Okay.
You know, and her thing is she just kept trying to teach me it's a time and place for everything. I ain't
Right.
saying it's a time and place. Cause I'm like, man, I'm just making them laugh. What's wrong with making people laugh? But I didn't realize that if you can influence people through laughter, then you can really affect them. And I didn't know I was stopping children from learning. I didn't realize that they was focused on me and not the lesson. I didn't realize that I was competing with the teacher.
Right.
I didn't understand that. So that's what she meant as far as there's a time and place for picking time and place. But it was already in me, mama. It was already in me.
And I can see that because you as a comedian wouldn't see that's a time or place. Everything is a time or place because you are the comedian. So every moment is a funny comedic moment to you.
Every incident.
No matter what's going on, it could be serious, it could be funny. You're gonna make something out of nothing, and every moment is that moment.
But once you get so deep into it, you don't even realize that you're actually doing that. It was me. I felt as though it was just me. Like, come on, man, let's laugh about it instead of crying about it.
Right.
I just learned at a young age, man, that crying ain't work. You know, my mother was mean coming up, so crying ain't work. You know, it didn't. So let's laugh about it. Cause all that crying and playing the victim, she wasn't.
And laughter, we know, is good for the soul.
It is good for the soul. It really is, man. Crying can be too, but not in this instance, man. It was terrible.
Right, because my soul has exploded because I've been to some of your shows and you are hilarious. You have so many things that you can pick from and talk about. And it's crazy because you can be analytical, you can be political, and it all comes back to
Controversial.
He's truly all of those things, and it makes one big circle, and you work from that. So, tell me this. When was the first time you got to put your skills as a comedian together in front of some people that weren't your mom, your dad, your cousins?
In front of some people, I was in the Army, and I was stationed in Hawaii, and every Sunday we used to go to a park. Like every Sunday everybody goes to, it's like a hangout.
Right.
Like you see people pull up on the grass and just doing nothing. We just, whatever. And I was so funny that, first of all, I would cause a circle. Everybody around me.
Attention
getting. Of course.
Exactly.
Center of.
But it is a form of attention getting, but I wasn't, it is attention getting. I ain't gonna try to sugarcoat it, but I wasn't, hey, look at me. It was, it could just be us two. And then once I get started, everybody start looking at
Right.
here go Owens. You know what I'm saying?
It's a flow.
And that's it. Before you know, the whole park is around me, and then we just laughing. And I had people say, "Come to my unit," and we'd pay you. Like I was going to people's unit, like drive through, going up to their barracks. Man, they was paying me money. They was like, "Man, here, just make us laugh, man." And hey, man, brother was making that bread. Not even it was just coming natural to me. It's just like, all right. And I was doing it, man. So one dude was like, man, I want you to come host an event. Hosted the event, and all I did was just start jumping on people laughing, and then. But I never thought I wanted to do this. I really did, and that's the strange part about it. I ain't never really want to be a comedian.
So wait, so when you're in your zone, quote unquote, is there a process? Are you at home writing stuff down, saying what am I going to talk about when I get this new audience, and that's how you compute it out?
It's not. I don't write based upon the audience. I write based upon my perception and my experience.
Okay, so some is personal, some personal, because
It don't make a difference what it is. Whatever I want to write about, I'm telling you through my point of view. And the funny is if I can get you to see what I see. That's where the funny comes from. And the reason why I talk about all the tough subjects that I do is to separate myself from everybody else. Because whether you like me or not, you're going to remember me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say something that's going to stick with you that you're going to say,
definitely.
I want to see a little fat boy again. You understand what I'm saying? Or what he going to say next? So as far as that, but it's not to be controversial per se, to be pretentious. I don't want to sound like anybody else, because sometimes people can compare you, and it can be a detriment. If they say you remind me of Anita Baker,
right.
They're gonna go see Anita Baker. They're not gonna give you an opportunity. Right. So I do everything I can to get out of that stigma of saying I remind you of anybody.
Well, let me ask you a question, because one thing you talked about is being in the Army, and that's not a place where things are funny. I mean, when you think about that environment, it's such a structured environment. So I can understand people needing that relief, needing that way of being able to let go.
Right.
So that,
Hey, Kim, you're absolutely right.
you know, they can just feel a different side of life instead of being so structured and, you know, so uptight all the time.
Right.
Now, you talk about you didn't see yourself being a comedian, which I couldn't see you being anything else. But as a child, then what did you aspire to be? Where did you see yourself as an adult?
Growing up in Landover, we all wanted to be professional athletes.
Oh, you want to be a football player?
That's what it was. Whatever, football, basketball, baseball, box. Them the four things we did. They did track, but I couldn't run. You know what I'm saying? So it was just those things. I'm gonna buy my mama house, car. You know, that's all we know. Buy my mama house, a car, hang with my daddy. Not knowing the story. You understand? Your mama could have been trash, but all you know is they hang with my daddy, my mama house, and my mama car. You know, so but I don't know. I was so shielded, and that can be. All right, let me say this. Let me get off subject a little bit. Like, if you have sons, and it's for anybody who watched this, single mothers with sons, you gotta let the father be around. I know you probably can't stand them, whatever, but you chose to deal with this cat, so it was something about him that
was attractive at some point.
That made that happen. Boys need their fathers because it's our job as a man not to only to teach our sons how to be men. We got to teach our sons how not to be your men. Cause that's what single mamas can do.
Yes.
Yeah, they make the sons the husband.
Right.
Exactly.
Fill the shoes of a man that's not there.
That's what my mama did to me. I'm her damn man. You know, so everything she teaching me is what she like in a man. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to me. So no one was there to give me the harsh. I mean, my friends try to, you know, say it to me, but no one was there to tell me, man, you 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. You gonna have to work 4 or 5 times hard. You gonna be professional anything. And ain't no guarantee this, that, and other, but you couldn't tell me nothing. So then when it finally hit me, man, I ain't going, bro. I'm gonna be a coach. That's what I'm gonna do. I know sports. I'm gonna be a coach. But then you need a degree. I need a degree to coach.
Yes.
God damn, I'm tired of school. What the damn do? I said, you know what? I'm gonna be a productive member of society. I just had my first son. I'm there for him, be the outstanding father, dad. Yeah, but then the funny just kept coming every time I do something. I was a manager at a fast food place. It just being funny. Just being funny. And not even trying to be. Just, damn, this shit is.
Just being yourself.
Damn, this is easy. You know what I'm saying? Just being myself. Funny is funny. So I said, you know what? That's when people say, when you gonna do this? What you gonna do? So I start lying to people. Man, I already do comedy. Scared to death to get on stage. I already do comedy, just lying to people, not realizing I'm impacting people. I had people come back spending extra $30, $40 a week just to see me, like in the lobby, just to see me. There you go, y'all. Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. So one female was like, when you going to? It was a prominent club in here. When you going to perform there? I'm gonna be up there. Whatever I said. Mm-hmm. She went up there looking for me.
And you weren't.
She came back and just like most people, when you lie, instead of just saying you got me, you ain't proud. She said, I went up there, they ain't never heard no damn lines over. I said, what? Who you talk to? I'm all in the line. Who you talk to? Whoever name she said, I said, why you go to him? You supposed to go to the other dude, the tall dude. There ain't no damn tall dude with glasses. She went to whoever was responsible for making comedy happen.
Right.
Just like when you play video games, the Asian people that create the game, that's who you want to get. She got to whoever the Asian person of the game. That's when she went to the top boss. I don't know how she did it.
And there was no lawns on.
No lawns on. So then I turned and looked at my crew.
We're going to take a quick break real quick, and we're going to come back and get the rest of your story and let us know what happened when people discovered you weren't doing what you said you were doing. Right. We'll be right back.
It's Michael's birthday, 30 seconds, baby, do your thing. Uh-oh, Mike, My man, go ahead and cut it. Gotta give Mike a round of applause, man. We got Howard Hewitt in the building. The second time around, 'cause with me is me. All right, man, that's my man. What's your name, big dog? Where you from? Tony from Fort Washington, Maryland, in the building. It's his birthday, y'all. 30 seconds, Tony. Down the birthday soul train. DJ, give it to him. Uh-oh.
What's up, this Pastor Q, aka The Voice. Check me out every Sunday on Clear Productions TV Radio Network. My show, man, great ministry. Come check me out.
And we're back with Lawrence Owen, the comedian extraordinaire. All right, Lawrence, tell me, you've been doing this for a while. Who was one of your influences? I know you don't compare yourself to anyone, but who were in your shoes that you thought you could pattern yourself after, picked up tidbits from?
Well, outside of comedy, my grandfather and my uncle, they was funny, and just growing up, while I grew up in Landover, being funny just got you perks. You know what I'm saying? So it was just being funny, man. But listening to my grandfather, because he was old, so everything with him, he was just so pessimistic. Everything was negative, and it was just funny because he used to cuss everybody out and didn't care. Like he had a stroke. Couldn't move the left side of his body, but still thought he can go out there and whoop your ass. And that used to be funny to me, you know what I'm saying? But his sarcasm was just to teach me to stay on point. Like I remember one time he was coming out the apartment building. I just happened to be pulling up. He was on the stretcher in the ambulance. I ran up, I don't know, 22, 23. I ran. I said, "Granddaddy, you all right?" He said, "Apparently not if I'm on this damn stretcher." So it loosened everybody up. The people, you know what I'm saying, as far as that. So that's pretty much it, man.
All right, so you were in the middle of telling us about a story about a employee or someone who came into the restaurant who went to go verify that you were actually doing comedy.
Yeah, a customer, man, 'cause she wanted to see me. So when she found out I was lying, it seemed like everything stopped. That was God bringing me at that crossroad moment in your life. You know, you get a crossroad moment in your life and say, what you really gonna do? Like we done all had jobs. Yes. What you really gonna do? And that was the needle off the record. Zoop, that needle off the record moment. Because when I turned to look to my crew, I lost respect for them. They ain't one day was like, man, we was gonna come see you. They were just making it worse, piling on. It just seemed like everybody couldn't look me in the face. So that's what God said. Well, you got to do it. You was lying and saying you got to do it. Needle off the record. Zoop, you got to do it. You know. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do it.
So what age were you when you took it seriously and started to really invest in comedy?
I know, like 27, 28. I was still young, and so went on stage. My first time ever on stage. It was a Monday night at Tacoma Station, and every city there's a club or a comedian you have to go through to stamp you. Like if they see you and you do well, then it stamps you like, okay, this cat funny, and it can lead to, and back then, if you was funny on that Monday night, it led to everything, man. It led to women, drugs, HBO special. I mean, no, I'm exaggerating, but that's how it was if you did well, because that was the spot. It was packed.
Right.
First time on stage, got a standing ovation. Bye. I said, this it? Oh, man, hell no. I'm going to be a star tomorrow. Thinking that somebody just going to walk up and be like, you, stay by your phone. Don't do nothing more. Exactly. 19 city tour. We got $3 million movie deal for you. So, man, this comedy, this it. So, coming back next Monday, and this was the comedy gods. The comedy gods taught me quick. So now I'm seeing people I used to see in high school, like comedians. I'm like, man, don't do that joke no more. That's not funny. Why would you wear that outfit? One time on stage, I'm thinking,
now you got
what? King of comedy. King of comedy. King of comedy. I'm like, wow, you still doing that joke? Man, you did that joke when I was in middle school. I don't know why you hit, man. Watch me up there. And when I tell you I bombed the worst.
Wow. And that ego boost right there.
I stunk so bad that the rest of the comedians behind me talked about me. Whatever they gonna talk about, man, whatever they gonna talk about, it's like, they was like, man, I had something to talk about, but did you see that? And everybody, and I'm just sitting there like, man. And you know, you try to get people to console you. It wasn't that bad. They ain't even looking at me. They pick their food and drink up. Let's go over here. They ain't want no parts.
It was that bad.
Hey man, it was the worst. You understand what I'm saying? It was, but the comedy guys was teaching me, man. You gotta humble yourself.
You do.
Humble yourself.
Because it comes easy to you as far as the talent, but
it's a gift.
It is a gift. That's exactly what I have, a gift. But when you have the gift, you still have to work hard to cultivate that gift.
Absolutely.
That's the problem. People get gifts and just be like, I got it. You ever know somebody who can draw and don't do nothing with it?
Definitely.
And then by the time they get 30, then they wonder why, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're like, I used to be able to draw. No, nobody want to hear you used to can be able to draw. Y'all remember what? You don't want to hear that. Remember we was in school and Miss Donna who asked me to, but look at you. Now you trying to. That's all I'm saying, man. So when you get the gift, you have to work hard with it and do it right. Yeah. Because if you take it for granted and don't do right by it, then you're gonna lose it. That's the story of Samson. You understand? Look at the gift he had. You dig what I'm saying?
So what has been your hardest lesson to learn?
My hardest the hardest lesson is you have to do the best you can to shake the lowest man hand on the totem pole, the same as the top person.
Definitely.
Wow.
You got to be able to treat people who cannot help you, who cannot do anything for you, the same way as somebody who was,
right?
Or who can. You have to take you out of every equation. It's not about me. That's the problem, especially as black people. We take everything personally. If you take you out of it, then you can clearly see.
Right.
Like if somebody come in here right now, oh man, y'all gotta leave. Man, what's wrong with Shawty? Even though she came at us, that might be her.
Right.
she might talk like that to she might talk like that to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's why she mad, because she can't get into heaven. So let me come at her and cut y'all out. That's the biggest thing I had to learn, is to take me out of the equation, because no one cares. You understand? People want what can benefit them. You have the gift, make us laugh. We don't care who died. We don't care that you fat. We don't care, you understand, that you have trouble breathing. What's the gift? And you got to learn that. It doesn't make it mean, it's what it is.
Right, because your gift, like you just said, that we don't care if you're sick and you're sad, but your gift is helping those people that are sick, are sad, they need that laugh, and it's coming from you, so you are benefiting somebody out there. You are helping someone out there with your funnies, because there's somebody out here that needs that. Somebody out here depressed, want to cut their wrist, but listening to you, they have a whole another perspective.
A whole new perspective.
But my question is, whenever you go out on stage, because you have been from the East Coast to the West Coast, because I follow you, and I'm always looking to see where you are. So
Stalker stuff.
I am stalking you. And what I want to know is, whenever you get up in front of the crowd with the lights blaring down on you, that one mic stand and that one mic, do you ever get nervous?
That's when I'm at my best. I perform best under pressure. If you give me too much time, I'm gonna procrastinate.
Okay.
That's just me. I've never been good with allotted time. I'm always good when it's like, you next. Oh, that's what I live for. And so when the lights come on, that doesn't affect me, because I'm in my world. You understand what I'm saying? If anything, me waiting to get up, I will be more anxious. You will see me rocking back and forth. You thought, oh, he got PTSD or whatever you might think. You know what I'm saying? That brother crazy, just that. But once my name called and I walk up there, nothing else matters.
So, do you write your jokes in advance? Do you just
Yes.
go off the top of your head?
Yes, all of that.
Okay.
I write down. I have a structure of like an outline.
Yeah.
So I know the core of how I want to be perceived, and then I just branch off of that. So that's what.
So with all of the things on the internet today, what do you think about the up and coming comedians such as Just Hilarious, Mind Like Me, Be Like Me?
I think they benefited from social media as far as getting fans, making money, but where they lack is the actual the learning. You understand? Like the etiquette, the learning, and if you say that to them, this sensitive general, you're hating. Look, man, I'm not hating. God has blessed me, man. I'm working. I've been doing this 15 years.
Wow.
Thank God. You understand? Like, I know you ask other people, and this is my only source of income. Wow. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm able to pay rent, child support, trick off a little bit, whatever, to live my lifestyle, if I'm able to do that through my gift, then I'm successful. You know, I've made it. Made it ain't for what everybody else thinks.
It's what you define for yourself.
Right, but only if they dip over to the stand-up comedy lane, they lack. You understand? Because they just didn't go through any kind of initiation. They didn't go through any kind of process to learn the nuances and the savvy of being a stand-up comedian. So, and it shows. It really shows.
Because I think that can be a hindrance to them, because they're behind a screen.
But the reason why it's not a hindrance is because of this generation doesn't care. My generation, we was taught that the blueprint was the most important thing of any plan. Like if you watch an old movie before they robbed the bank, they robbed the library for the blueprint. They ain't had nobody stake out. They went and broke into the vault somewhere, Department of Labor, anywhere, and they laid out the blueprint. This generation says, go get the bag. But they don't tell you how.
Exactly.
So if you're going to tell me to get the bag, I'm going to get it however. So as soon as you come out with your little plastic boots on, geared up. And then you trying to preach because you come from a different time. They ain't trying to hear all that. They ain't trying to hear that. Exactly. They snatch your dreads off, cut them off, Holmes, you understand? And you know your hairline was, anyway. But
talk about me.
No, you know I love you, man. But what I'm saying is that it shows. Yes. So when you got a stand-up comedian who been doing this, and we try to bring that consciousness to it, then it comes across as we angry, bitter, and upset, and we not. We just trying to say, if you're going to delve into this lane, do it right, because you're blocking me. Because people just look at followers now. They just go like, man, look at all his followers. It's hilarious. Yeah. How many followers you got? 9? They don't want to hear no more. They want to say, no matter how much you say, they think, well, he only got 9 followers. He ain't doing nothing. They get that misconstrued for hard work. But
Right.
somebody who got, he got 300,000
Yeah,
followers.
yeah.
He got 1 million followers.
I'ma sit here and watch.
And then that minute clip of them doing this. Rub his nose. Shorty rubbed his nose. You understand? Shit like.
Right.
Let me my fault.
All right,
Definitely.
we're gonna take a short break.
Yeah, take a
Right
short
back.
break because I done got fired up.
extraordinaire, funny comedian, Lawrence Owens. And we're going to finish up with our final questions that are just burning us to say and let you give us some more examples
Final
of.
question?
Yeah,
Almost
final
final question. And it is, how did you become the franchise person of Clear Productions? I remember meeting you for the first time at Fort Belvoir, and you were the comedian, you were the headliner. As a matter of fact, you might have been the host and the headliner. And you were hilarious. But I didn't know anything about you then. And now that I do, tell me how you got to where you are right now with us.
Thank you for allowing me to finally answer the question.
Oh my gosh.
Well, somebody slipped me a roofie in a cosby in my drink.
Oh, okay.
No, Clear Production, my bad. All right, no. It's the owner, founder, CEO, Vogel Hill, Uncle Hill. That's my uncle. What happened was that he was doing a show in Forestville, Knights of Columbus, and we didn't know each other as far as that, but someone through word of mouth, because that's how I still get show, but it was a word of mouth, and they was like he was looking for a comedian, You just happened to be looking for a comedian, word of mouth. And then it was a guy named Mongo. Is it Mongo?
Moscow.
Moscow. One of them. Moscow.
Mongo.
Yeah, one of them.
Right.
Moscow. So Moscow, brought me in and it's probably about 12 years ago. It was a long time ago. Moscow brought me in, was like, here's your comedian, got your comedian for the night. You know what I'm saying, as far as that. So everybody telling me what to do, what's going on, whatever. I met Uncle Hill, and Uncle Hill the type that he gonna talk about you. Like, I'm right here, I can hear him, but he talking about me. Like, let's say if I'm right here, but he talking to y'all too, is the comedian funny? I'm right here, ask me.
Right.
Ask me if I'm funny, you know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't funny, you already know. I'll tell him if he ain't funny.
Exactly.
Bruh, you ask me. I'm here for a reason. So, Moscow was like, yeah, Moscow acting all scared. Yeah, he's all right. So then I go up and again, in the zone, you know what I'm saying? We so funny. He was supposed to DJ. He stopped DJing to watch me, to let somebody else DJ. Probably somebody who couldn't even DJ. He was like, just stand right here. You know what I'm saying? And I saw him. And when people start doing this on their chin, like that Dr. King, you know what I'm saying, or Malcolm X, then they putting the plan together. You know what I'm saying, as far as that. So when the show was over with, he got me, hey, you, come here. You talking fast. Come here. How do you know Moscow? And whatever the story I told him, he said, look, don't ever go to Moscow ever again. If you want anything else, you come to me. So Moscow, come on, Moscow, like, I'll deal with Moscow. It's like he put his head, I'll deal with him. Every time Moscow tried to, people, like, I'll deal with him. So what it is, he essentially stole me from Moscow in a sense, because he came out and tell me, Moscow ain't know what he was doing with you. I did. So that's what happened. I took you with me now. You my nephew, tell everybody you know you. I'm Uncle Hill. I said, all right, you know what I'm saying? And that's Uncle Hill. And then ever since then, so what he did was he started testing me. He said, I'm gonna start putting you in front of people, and he don't realize pressure. That I'm in the pressure. He ain't understand that. You know what I'm saying? You sure you're gonna be all right? You sure, man? Look, man, just call me up to the damn stage. He don't realize that's where I thrive.
Right.
You understand? He didn't know, because I don't glorify that. You just gonna find out. So he was putting me in front of people, investors. You know what I'm saying? Because he was trying to build it. Because Clear Production, he had a nice team, but wasn't nobody. It was just a team of people. Wasn't nobody doing anything. So he was just trying to put me in front of. And every time he put me in front of somebody, they was always, hey man, that fat boy coming back? Your nephew coming back? When he coming back? And no matter what, everything else he sold, they wanted his nephew, me to be involved. So then the biggest thing, he said, all right, man, I gotta take you to Virginia Beach, this hair convention. It's gonna be 5,000 people in the audience, and you gotta be clean. I don't give a damn. Take me there.
Take me there.
But that was that. Oh, was okay. 19,000 people went up there, and you know what happened. But because of that put him on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So then he was like, every meeting he was like, attention. I'm telling y'all right now, him, my nephew, that's franchise. Leave him alone. If he get on y'all nerves, I know they pick on people. Come at me. I straighten them out.
Right.
And that's how it is to this day. Because when I come to a place, I'm gonna be me. I'm coming to enjoy myself, have fun, take the tension off. You understand? But he know that's why he always overprotective of me as far as that, because we wouldn't be where we are to this day. Yeah, he put in hard work, but he gave me an opportunity to flourish, and that's all I ever want.
That's it.
If you put me in a position to succeed, I got you, and then we all gonna eat.
So tell us, what's next for Lawrence Owens?
I gotta find some kind of way to get my social media presence up. I mean, because I'm grateful I got a beautiful fan base. They love me. I'm talking about I got fans all across this world. But I gotta find a way to get the people like on the other side of this wall who don't know me to know. That's what I have to work on.
So what do you have planned? I mean, what do you see?
I got to find something that fits me. I'm not putting no dress on. I'm not putting no wig on.
Okay,
I'm not cooning, buffooning to get no extra followers, man. I just got to find what's comfortable for me to be able to convey to y'all, to get you to say, okay, I want to see this brother. Like, people are saying, I want to see you in Dallas. I want to see you in Sacramento. But I need people to say, I want to see you. And it can happen, because that's the great thing about internet comedians. They have shown us that blueprint works.
It does.
It works.
You can get butts and seats. You can get wherever you want to go. And then I'm funny on top of that.
Yeah, you are funny.
The difference is they don't be funny. It's like they people think that they got funny because they've been following them. You know what I'm saying? So they've been duped. But when you get somebody who's actually funny, somebody who touches you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who alters your perspective, then it's like,
So who is that to you? Who touched you, altered your perspective?
Who's your role?
touched me. Well, we was in camp, but they fired me.
This not about
Oh, my bad.
Professional. Let's
Um,
take it to a professional level now.
Two people. First of all, I went to see Paul Mooney live. I probably was a year in. I saw him live, and I've always wanted to be a truth teller. Like, that's always want to be my style of comedy. That's why I've mastered it now at year 15, being able to tell the truth and make it funny. I used to just be fat and funny. Like, I wasn't a comedian that was funny. It's a difference.
Right.
A lot of comedians are funny,
Yeah.
but are they a comedian? Can you drop messages, knowledge, educate, and bring a light spirit to it, and take your mind away from what's bothering you? That's the key to being a great entertainer.
Right.
Period. That's a comedian. It's our job to whatever's on your mind to take you away from it. Paul Mooney came in there. You know how Paul Mooney dropped fact, and it was funny. I said, that's how I want to be.
Okay.
That's how I want to be. So when I first started, so year 2, I first started being a truth teller. I get booed, get into fights, people throw food at me, you know, because I didn't know how to do it. Because I couldn't find the funny. I was being too truthful. You got to put some funny in there, because everybody don't want to hit it. You got to find your balance, whatever works for you. Because everybody don't want to keep hearing truth. I don't care who you are. After a while, all right, nigga, that's enough truth. I know. You feel
Make
me
me laugh now.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta mix that funny in there, and it's not the funny that you think is funny. It's the funny that collectively we can understand. You
Everybody
understand?
needs to relate to the funny.
Exactly. I can't be up there talking about, hey man, men get raped too. You know, okay, what the funny at? You say Captain Feminism. You understand what I'm saying? She come up in there, but statistics show that women are going, I just opened that door. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some dude with his girl that he ain't have sex with. Come on, bro. Why would you say something like this? And now he got to defend her because he trying to sleep with her. So I get it. But that's what open mics are for.
Right.
That's your gym where you train. I tell you, I love open mics more than shows.
Really?
Man, when I go to open mics, that's where I go and grind and get out what I want to get out. I get the vernacular right. I get the verbiage correctly. So then when it's time to come see me at a show, it's produced correctly. You understand? That's what I do, man. I love the grind, man. But never fall in love with the process, because then you won't be able to take yourself to the next level, and then everything will fall on deaf ears. But I love this grind. You understand? So yeah, open mics. I write open mics just like I just started yesterday. Fundamentals. Just like if I want to deal with y'all, you know the fundamentals to get with y'all. No matter what, kissing. If I can't kiss, I don't care what this slow I'm working with. It'll be nice. And I come in doing like this, it'd be nice, you understand? You be like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
But if a brother can't kiss you, be like, I dropped my husband off at dialysis for this. You understand? You're going to be disappointed. Now your husband like, Sue. Sue, come give me a kiss, Sue. I'm like, damn it, if Lawrence could kiss, I wouldn't have to change the batteries in your damn box to hear what you got to say. That's fundamentals. Unbutton the woman clothes. You understand? The smoothness of it. If y'all know y'all gonna give me some, okay. Then you be like, never mind, just go. I don't want to be in a rapish environment. Go. What's your hair? You know how y'all fold y'all roll with no belt. What's your hair? But the fundamentals are like, yeah. Make me feel I gotta make sure that I'm letting you know I appreciate y'all giving up that Cooper box. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah. Come on,
we're at a show right now. We're at a comedy show right now.
No, we're at a comedy show with your church hat. I'm just trying to get everybody to understand where I'm coming from. That's all, Susan.
I hear you, Lawrence.
I love y'all though. I just want the people to know why this. I love them, and they know this, man. It's all. I'm an acquired taste.
Yes,
but once you get
definitely.
to see my style, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because I get tired of explaining myself, and that's another reason why I need to get to the next level. Because sometimes I hate explaining. Don't be sensitive. I hate. Just listen to me. Because I'm bringing a level of intelligence to let you know that I'm not just trying to be a shit starter. Excuse my French. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all. We gonna get there.
That's right. And I'm definitely with that.
feminist community and the cool community, you understand what I'm saying? Uncle Hill, the fast talk community, you understand? We gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
And used car selling community, we gonna get there.
Everywhere.
Laughing with you.
So we
Please
want to
do.
thank you. We start with the comedian, the funniest, the realest, the truthist, the person who makes you forget everything that's on your mind.
Exactly.
Relax, to get deep down in your soul.
Boys
Bring
and
laughter from
girls.
the feet. Bring it all to the light. I want to thank you, Lawrence Owens, for coming and interviewing with us. We look forward to your next show, which I'm sure is going to have some sort of us in it, because we done talked about your hat and my dread. So, we
First
really
of all, ladies, get over
appreciate it.
yourselves. I got other things.
Wow. But we're glad you came anyway.
So we want to thank you for being here on
Gorgeous, brilliant females.
Thanks for having me, ladies. I appreciate y'all. Looking forward to Happy New. Oh, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Owens Ordeal. OWENSORDEAL. Owens Ordeal.
Owens Ordeal.
The funniest truth you ever hear. Trust me.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls.